So
Yeah, no being. Yeah, get to it.
so if we have be here now, we also have no be, no here, and no now?
Absolutely. And then you have neither no being, right? Neither being, no being, right? Right. Right. So you have all of it here. That's how beautiful it is. See, in our intelligence, we have room for this and that, right? This or that, and neither this nor that. See, we have room for all of it. See, we can create, and then we can decreate. See. That's our prerogative. That's our capability. Now that has to be used at a certain level that we call the genius. For it to really work for mankind, it has to be at the genius level. And that's what usually works out here for most people. It's what's being manufactured from a certain level of genius. So creativity and industry, and inventiveness, and so on and so forth. Necessity, as the mother of invention, all of this is part and parcel of what it is, but it's just the beginning. This is just for kids. This is still at the kid level. We're still not ready to meet the aliens that are a million years ahead of us, or more. We're not ready to meet them right here. And we have to be open to our own, let's say, genius. Spiritually speaking, the post-genius, super-genius level of our own beings, who are kind and heart, who are benevolent and serene heart beings, and super-genius heart beings. Then there's growth, then there's potential for it.
So in the recognition that everything and nothing coexist, is that a spiritual awakening in itself?
Well, I think it's a starting point. Everything and nothing are coexisting. It's a starting point. It's not like particularly an awakening. It's like everything and nothing. Right? Everything is nothing, nothing is everything. I mean, they're interchangeable. Yin and yang is not necessarily a realization beyond the point. Yeah. See, these are factors. They're just considerations. See, this and the other. Right? Self and other. So basic duality is not necessarily realization, but can be used to a degree of realization, perhaps. Preliminary, perhaps. You can get beyond that.
Are we evolving towards a depthness where we can move between the two?
Who's we? Who do you mean by we?
Well,
Who's
the-
we? Who's
the
we that's
highest-
evolving?
The highest beings in humanity, let's say, the wisest
Well, we're
geniuses.
talking, let us use the terminology of the post-genius beings, right? I'm going to add something to the quality of the post-genius beings I'm talking about, are the serene beings. The serene beings. Question about the serene beings.
Is serenity enlightenment?
Is that a question?
Yes.
Is
serenity?
it can be. And ferocity is also enlightenment, right? It is fire, like the sun. Whatever the sun is, it is. Whatever the sun isn't, it still is. Right? Because it just is. Go ahead.
Is serenity the aspiration or?
Well, the serene beings, yes. Let's say that's a phase of evolution. See? Let's say ultimate okayness. Yeah. So, it's not the end of productivity or creativity. It's an unfoldment into a level of creativity that is, so let's say, in a sense, conflict-free. Post-self, that means more no self. No self-creativity. Which means then it's not that it's no self, but it's more heart-full creativity. Not selfishness determining as being relative this or that. So just less self, more selfless equals more heartful openness, and that is a step towards the sereneness, potential sereneness of each being, or accessing the angelic dynamics of the spirit soul, the more pure dynamics of the spirit soul in every being.
So is this something we can tap into that's within us?
You already tapped into it, so you need to stay tapped into it. Yeah, can you stay tapped into it? That's a good question for you, young man. Will you stay tapped into it? Will anyone stay tapped into it? Once you have access line to what it could be, would you stay tapped into it? You need to observe as a scientist what it is that takes you out of being tapped into it. What are the circumstances? What are the impulses in your own body-mind that cause you to tap out of it? See? And not be in line with the serene beingness of your true nature. Your hue nature here. See? Your heart nature here. Your tender heart nature here, which is a little bit drama, but that's what it is. It's tender heart nature. It's tender heart nature. It's not going to hurt anybody. It's not going to kill anybody or any creature unnecessarily for self purposes. Not going to do that. No. So when your heart is that open, you are like in, what was that? Powder, right? The movie Powder, which is very, very important for people. When it came to the killing of the deer, right? And the guy was brought, the killer was brought right into the karma of the deer, and it said he became the deer. Right? When your heart is that open, you're not going to kill yourself. You're not going to kill anybody else. Only if your heart is that open. Then you reach the noble-hearted level of the gurus and the masters and the peacekeepers of the planet. And the planets, and the galaxies, and the systems of the universes of creation.